Hello, hello. You are in the reaction room with Rese. Welcome in. Today's recap is Season 1, Episode 120. Hey, I need a favor. Check out my playlist, and if you like my recaps, subscribe to my channel. And go ahead and like, comment, and share. Okay, let's see what's going on beyond the gates. We start off at Martin and Smitty's house. Martin's on the phone with Nicole, and he tells her he can use his contacts to trace Chelsea's digital footprint. He says, "We're gonna find her, whatever it takes." And then he tells the kids they think Chelsea's been kidnapped. At the Dupree house, Madison tells Kat and Jacob about Allison's husband, Craig. Andre walks in and sees Danny and Bill comforting each other. Allison and Chelsea start arguing, and then Chelsea kicks Allison down on the floor and tells her she's a crazy psycho. So Allison says, "You want to see crazy?" And she pulls out a knife. Vanessa meets Joey at Uptown to tell him she wants to pump the brakes on whatever they have going on between them. Joey says, "You'll be back, but I can't promise I'll still be interested." He tells her she knows a lot about his operation, and he says he doesn't leave loose ends. She asks him, "Are you threatening me?" He says no, but our paths will cross again. Back at the Duprees, Danny tells Bill that Chelsea was dating Allison. Naomi tells Nicole she feels useless because she can't do anything to help find Chelsea. And then she breaks down. Haley is at home watching movies with her friend when she decides to call Bill and ask him when he's coming home. Bill tells her about Chelsea, and she says she wants to come over, but he says that's not a good idea. Kat says Craig DM'd her back, and he's willing to meet with her. Bill walks in and wants to know, who is Craig? Jacob says Allison's husband. Now Bill is even more confused. At Uptown, Vernon and Anita meet with his friend Buck. He's the assistant director for the FBI. They tell him about Chelsea, and he says they don't have enough intel to open an investigation, but he'll do what he can behind the scenes and let them know. Craig tells Kat and Jacob that Allison isn't his wife, and they weren't really dating. He says Allison paid him to hook up with her and Chelsea, and he tells them that Allison was obsessed with Chelsea. Kat asks, "How did she even find you?" As it turns out, he works for Joey's escort service. Craig gives Jacob and Kat the dates that he booked with Allison, and they agree that he won't be arrested, and they won't tell Joey about it. Danny and Bill do a live stream to put out a message to Chelsea and beg her kidnapper to let her go, and they thank all her fans and followers. Haley shows up at the Dupree house. Naomi and Nicole try to get her to leave, but she won't. And then Bill tells Haley, "I specifically asked you not to come." She says, "How do you think that makes me feel, Bill?" He tells her, "Our daughter is missing. This isn't about you and me." But then he says, "I'm just so scared for Chelsea." Samantha asks Smitty to use his investigative skills to help find Chelsea, so he and Martin head over to the Duprees. Kat wants Jacob to go and search the records at Joey's escort service, but Jacob tells her they need a warrant. He says he's gonna go make some calls to try to push it through. And he tells Kat, "Don't go anywhere." But as soon as he walks away, Kat says she can't wait for a warrant, and she leaves. Allison puts on a nightgown and tries to get romantic with Chelsea. She tries to kiss her, but Chelsea bites her lip, and then Allison gets mad and starts pulling her hair. "Chelsea, girl, you're gonna have to knock her out or something." And that's how it ended today, y'all. How long do you think it's gonna take for them to find Chelsea? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to check out my playlist, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.